In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a web page for an entertainer using Desktop Web Page Creator. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the folder that I downloaded, and inside that folder is all the files that you need to run the software. Depending on the design you downloaded, you may have some different files in your folder, but the one that we want to concentrate on right now is this one here, the README text file, because in there are all the instructions we need to operate the software. So let's open that up, and there you can see step-by-step instructions. So the first thing the instructions ask me to do is to open up my publicity photograph and resize it so that it's ready for going into Desktop Web Page Creator. So let's do that now. And there's my photograph, and to save time I've already resized it to 200 pixels by 300 pixels, so it's now ready to go into our folder. Make a note at this point of the file name and the file extension of your photograph, because we're going to be needing that later. So not just the file name, but we need this as well, the extension, the 3-letter extension. Okay, so let's copy this photograph either by right-clicking and selecting copy, or as I'm going to do here, Control-C. Okay, and now we're going to paste that in to our DTWPC folder. So let's paste that in there. Okay, and there we have it. So now we have everything we need to start building our web page. So I'm going to launch the program by double-clicking. Desktop Web Page Creator program is very easy to use. All we need to do is answer a series of questions, and if you need any help with the questions, if you scroll down to the bottom, there's also a little quick help menu. So let's start filling in the blanks. I put in my stage name there, and down in the right hand corner, which is just out of screenshot at the moment, is a button which says next. It takes you into the next page, the next question. And here it's asking for my photograph. Now remember, you made a note of the name with the full file extension of your photograph, so I'm going to put that in, and the file extension, and click next. If you would like to link your web page to any other websites, just pop them in there. So let's do a couple of them. Then click next, and another one. And another one. And we have space for 4 different external links of our choice. So let's... Okay. Next, it's asking for a biography, just a few paragraphs of text about you and your act that your visitors will be reading. So let's put some in there. Just to save time, I've already made up some text which I'm just going to paste in. There we go. Okay, click next. Equipment you use. This is sound equipment, PA equipment, or could be the costumes, anything at all to do with your act and the type of equipment that you'll use that you think a visitor might be interested in. So again, I'm going to paste just some in there that I did earlier. And next, it's asking us for a set list. That's to give the visitor some sort of idea of the type of music that you play or you sing. A dozen songs we'll probably do in there. So again, I've prepared some earlier, so let's just paste them in there. You can take your time with this, of course. So there we are, we have our set list, the type of songs that I'm going to sing. Next, your MySpace URL. If you have a website with MySpace, MySpace will give you a web address of where your website is. So just pop it in there, which I'm going to do now. Next, if you have a video of yourself performing on YouTube, then we can paste the YouTube code into here and it will embed the video into our web page. Now, if you don't have a video on YouTube you want to use, you can quite simply just put not available or not applicable. But I do, so I'm going to go to YouTube, and you will find to the right hand side of your video on YouTube you have an embed code there. So quite simply, left click on that to highlight it, right click and select copy, and then go to desktop web page creator and just paste it in there. So there we have our YouTube video that is now embedded into a web page. So the next question. Contact name, this is the person who should be contacted if the visitor wants to know any information about you. So let's pop that in there. Email address. Next, your telephone number. And that's us done. Now all we have to do is click the button Save to HTML and save our page. Now it's very important here that you save the web page you've just created into the correct folder. That's our folder there, and you give it the name that the instructions tell you to give it, which is index.html. So let's click save, and we're done. So if we now open up our folder, we'll see we have all the files we need, and there is the index file we've just created. Now if we double click on this file, it will open up in your browser and you can view your web page. Let's do that now. And there we have the finished web page with all the information we put in. If we scroll down, you can see your equipment list, your set list, a link to your MySpace website, and your YouTube videos embedded in there, and your contact details, and even a little search box for Google. And that's it.